star and you make a wish. Ooh, just remember, luck is no such thing. One man succeeds while another man fails. Why is it then, you ask, the stars up above, the planets of light, who controls your very soul? From the beginning of birth and throughout eternity, that's the stars up above. Just ask them. Ooh, just ask them. The planets of light, who controls your...
Mercury will be in the sign of Sagittarius. Mercury will be in the sign of Sagittarius. Do we have that? There's the astrological symbol for Mercury. There's the astrological symbol for Mercury. Mercury is in the sign of Sagittarius. Mercury doesn't work well in the sign of Sagittarius. Mercury's going to be in the sign of Sagittarius from December 12th to January 4th, 2019. Wow, this year is almost over. And again, Mercury is in its fall. It doesn't work well, in its detriment in the sign of Sagittarius. So be careful of thinking that's not correct, thinking that's unreasonable. We're still coming out of this retrograde. Mercury won't be out of the shadow of its retrograde until Christmas Eve. But it's entering Sagittarius on the 12th. So all you Sagittarius people and Sagittarius rising people, be careful how you communicate to people. Don't say the wrong thing, or better yet, don't say anything at all. 212-757-1393. I know we have a caller standing by. Caller, please stand by for a second. We have Venus. Venus is in the sign of Scorpio. Venus is in the sign of Scorpio. Can we get that, please? Venus is in the sign of Scorpio. Venus went into the sign of Scorpio from December 2nd, 2018 to January 7th, 2019. Now, Venus being in the sign of Scorpio, it doesn't work well either. Now, Venus has been since September the 9th. Venus, from September the 9th, I did my research on this. Venus has been in the Scorpio 51 days. And that's because of the retrograde and all that. And now Venus is coming back to Scorpio. So Venus over the last couple of months, at least 3 months, will have been in the sign of Scorpio for at least 90 days. That's why I'm saying if you're a Scorpio, it's time to get your life together. Get your life together with Venus and Scorpio. You're not going to have no more chances after the new year starts, after December 7th. Let's show them again one more time, control room. Pay attention to Venus in the sign of Scorpio, and especially if you're a Scorpio. From December 2nd to January 7th, 2009. And then, before I take this phone call, Venus is out of the shadow of its retrograde, meaning Venus, once it turned direct on November 16th, and it will be out of the shadow of its retrograde on December 17th. So, you know, it's a lot of things going on from an astrology and numerology point of view. We are live. Please call the show right now, 212-757-1393. Venus is in the sign of Scorpio. It's been there since September for about 88, 90 days. Do you know that a day on Venus is like 3 months? It takes Venus, like on Earth, it takes Earth 24 hours to rotate on its axis. It takes Venus about 90 days. 1 day on Venus is 90 days on Earth. So that's why love is difficult. That's why love is weird, because it takes a long time to develop. And with Venus in the sign of Scorpio, that's why we had to go retrograde, back, forth, in, out. And especially, it's the last chance, not only for Scorpio people, but the other water signs, with Venus and Mercury being in the sign of Scorpio. Venus helps out water signs, Cancer and Pisces. So this is a good opportunity to January 7th for Cancer and Pisces people. It's going to be challenging for other fixed signs. What are the other fixed signs? The fixed signs are the signs that are in the middle of the season. Like Taurus is the middle of spring, which is opposite Scorpio. Leo is in the middle of summer. Aquarius is in the middle of the winter, and Scorpio is in the middle of the fall, where we are right now. So I can't say this enough. Get your act together. If you need somebody to help you understand what all these planets mean, here I am. I'm Z-Star Man. Let's show them the number, control room, my contact info. I got a lot of contact information. You can get out and talk to me. There's a number on your screen. Give me a call after the show, 646-389-1311. 646-389-1311 is the number to call. Now, some more astrological news is that we have Saturn. Again, this is part of all those planets that were in retrograde over the summer, and now they're coming out of the shadow of their retrograde. Capricorn people, you got some karma to deal with. Now, there we have this. I did this this meme back over the summer, April 17th to September 6th. Saturn was retrograde, but still it has to come out of the shadow of its retrograde, just like I mentioned about Mercury, just like I mentioned about Venus. Saturn has to come out of the shadow of its retrograde in Capricorn. That RX that you're looking at, Saturn out of its RX. RX in astrology means retrograde, because back in the day, about 150 years ago, let's get back to me, please. Back in the day, 150 years ago, your astrologer could write you a prescription. Let's say if your astrologer wanted, you can go to your astrologer and say, give me a prescription for Xanax. So that's why we see that RX. RX means retrograde in astrology. And a lot of Capricorns, once Saturn comes out of the shadow of its retrograde, you're going to have a lot of karma to pay. A lot of karma. See, again, we had 6 retrogrades back in August. Now everything is clearing up. There's no more retrogrades. We got 1 retrograde, and that's Uranus, and that goes direct in January of 2019. So now more than ever, no matter what your sign is, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I don't care if you're 8 to 80, blind, crippled, or crazy, understand what your purpose is from an astrology and numerology point of view.
Who controls your very soul from the beginning of birth and throughout eternity? That's the stars up above.
Just ask them.
Ooh,
Just ask them.
planets of light. Who controls your very soul? Ask them why. You is so sound and practical. Yet Gemini, so inconsistent. Ooh, let me tell you a secret I know. Known the world over. Your life is controlled by the stars.
Just ask them.
Ooh, the planets of